Hello, Vigo County 4-H, and welcome to our very first episode of Teaching Tabby Tuesdays. Today we have with us Addie Moeller. Addie is a 10-year 4-H'er and a semi-professional cupcake decorator, and she is going to walk me through decorating cupcakes and some of her favorite techniques.
You guys can come in here. It's just Tabby. Yes. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Say hi. Hi.
Hi. All right, so what's a good tip to start with?
A good tip? Well, what are you trying to do?
I don't know. I could do flowers, maybe.
Well, I mean, it just depends what you're doing.
What is a way that you like to decorate cupcakes?
What is the way that I like to decorate them?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm pretty basic, so I kind of just like to use like normal tips and just kind of go with that. Like, I don't know. Normally whenever I do like projects, like I focus a lot on like the presentation board too, because you have to lay them out on the board. So like I always focus on like making the board have like a landscape as well.
Okay. So what tip are you going to use?
This is just like a basic star tip. I don't know if you can see it. You can also
like
use
a
it
30
to do like flowers and stuff.
Okay.
This one doesn't have a number on it.
So how many years have you done cupcake decorating?
Well, I started it in 5th grade, so what was that, like 7 years?
Have you done cake decorating as long or longer?
I started doing cake decorating at the same time too, but I prefer doing cupcakes. I think they're easier and more fun.
Mark is excited about the number of cupcakes he's going to get to eat.
What kind of cupcakes did you make?
I just made chocolate ones.
Oh. Did you make like a bunch or just like a few?
I made 24 and I think I have 18 left.
Where did those pink scissors go? They're in a drawer.
So I got my bag filled. I'm really good at filling bags now. I've been doing that for a while.
That's good, because that's actually kind of like the hard part. I mean, I think at least. But
Maybe it's the hard part for you.
yeah.
I think part of the problem yesterday was my icing was too warm, and so it wasn't doing what I wanted it to.
Yeah, I always like, whenever I make my icing, I always put it in the fridge before I actually ice for at least like 30 minutes so it can like harden. Okay, so I just did pink icing because
Me too.
awesome. I wanted to do something spring-like, and I made lemon cupcakes.
Lemon is my favorite.
But we didn't actually have lemon like cake mix, so I just put lemon extract in it, and then I put yellow food coloring in it, so now they look like lemon cupcakes.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay, so what do I do with the star tip?
I like always make sure that my hand's angled, like do like, I'm trying to think of the degrees right now, like a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
And it's always good to like press down and then come up. So like you want to hold it there for a little bit.
So do I start in the middle or on the outside?
I always start on the outside.
Okay. tip that I am most excited about looks like grass, so I'm going to make a bird nest.
Yes, I love the grass tip.
I feel like that'd be a pretty hard one for me to screw up, so.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to just like mess with it.
So with the cupcake project, do they judge based on how well you've decorated them?
They kind of base it off of a few different things. So there's different like requirements. Like they give a list of like 8 different things, and like you have to meet at least like 5 of them. So like some of them are just like using different tips, and then like using different like techniques with like icing them. So like whenever you present your cupcakes, you just kind of have to explain to them like I used this tip and then I did this with it, and show them at least however many techniques you need, and you need to like prove that you did them.
So right off the bat, I can tell I didn't do these close enough together because now I got a bunch of gaps.
Yeah, that's another thing. You got to make sure that they're close together. It always like makes the cupcake look like it has way too much icing on it, but it looks funny if you have gaps. So, and I definitely put too much butter in my icing because my icing's too runny. But that's okay because we're not getting judged on these. Yeah, that's also another problem like I always have whenever I'm doing my cupcakes. I think we remake icing like so many different times because sometimes like it just comes out too runny, or especially during the summertime, like it just gets so like humid that it just like melts. So like we always like turn the air down a lot the night before, and like nobody can come inside the house or out because we don't want like the humidity to get in.
Yeah, I've noticed that in the exhibit hall after like the first day, all the cupcakes start melting.
Yeah, they're done for. And like we always, like if I can, I try to put some of them like before I put them on the board and like decorate the board. I try to put some of the cupcakes in the freezer so like the icing can harden. And like sometimes we'll just set them on like the floor and like put like a fan in front of them.
So I definitely cheated and just bought the giant 4-pound container of Wilton frosting instead of making. Is that part of the project too? Do you have to make your own frosting, or can you use pre-made frosting?
No, you don't have to. You can use pre-made frosting. I think I did that one of the years that I did cake decorating because we got royal icing. Because like especially for judging, it's best to use royal icing because it's just harder, so it has a better consistency. But we just found a recipe online for royal icing, so we just use that now instead of buying it. But like today I didn't use royal icing, I just used normal icing because once again these aren't being judged.
Does royal icing pipe really well?
No, royal icing is very, very difficult to pipe. It's like you have to use like twice the hand power. It's not very fun, especially when you're doing like a lot of cupcakes. Really, I think one of like the hardest things too about cupcake decorating is like having to make all of the different like batches of icing because like you so many different colors when you do it like for your projects, and you don't want to have to remake colors because they're never going to look the same.
Yeah.
So you always have to make like we always make at least like 10 different batches of icing because of all the different colors, and like they're like humongous bowls of icing, but like we go through it so easily.
I also found out the hard way that that gel coloring stains really bad. I have a blue thumb.
But yeah, I think like every fair week we probably go through like at least 10 pounds of powdered sugar to make icing. It's horrible.
Did your cake go to State Fair last year?
No, my cake last year didn't.
Was it 2 years ago? I feel like I remember taking one of yours up.
I had, not last year, but the year before, and then the year before that, I had my State Fair. I had my bear cake, and then my baseball cake went to state.
Have you already started thinking about what you're going to do for your cakes and cupcakes this year?
We have not, no, which is normally surprising, because normally we have, like, the idea by at least, like, spring break, but no, I really don't know what I'm going to do this year. I normally always try to do at least, like, one of them along with, like, the theme of fair, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I tried for about an hour yesterday to make roses, and I'm not good at that.
Yeah, though, like, flowers are just difficult. One year I did, like, a bouquet cake, and, like, we put it, like, it was in a vase, and then we used, like, a styrofoam ball, and we put the ball in the vase, and then we used, like, skewers, and skewered the cupcakes into the styrofoam, so, like, some of them were, like, angled. So that was a melting disaster because a lot of them fell, like the icing fell off. But it looked really neat because we did like a ombre color, like with the icing. So we had like purple and white and then like turquoise and white. And I mean, it really did end up looking like a bouquet of flowers. It looked really good. But
so how do you make an ombre frosting?
The way that we do it is like we put our icing bag in a cup, and then we just open up the bag and we put like the colored icing on the outside of the bag, and then we put white icing in the middle of it, and then you just close up the bag and twist it, and then whenever you pipe it out, it comes out with both the white and the colored icing.
Ah, I made a bird's nest.
That's cute.
Yeah, I think this grass tip might be the best one because I feel like I can't screw it up.
Yeah, no, you really can't mess that one up. It's fun to like take it and like stand it up so like it really does look like grass.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
I think I've used the grass tip on like every one of my cake decorating projects for the past like 4 years. Because I always put grass on like the board. So yeah, the grass tip is a good tip to have.
I'm trying to make it stand up. It's not working very well.
You kind of have to do it really quick. It's kind of annoying.
Oh, this is a bad cupcake. Just when I thought I couldn't screw up with this tip.
It happens.
It's a hot mess. Look at this one.
That's not that bad.
So what are some other tips you like to use?
I mean, I can just go grab them if you want me to.
I was fooling around with, this one is a 352 yesterday, and it makes pretty cool like leaf shapes.
Yeah, like the one that's like diagonal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm just gonna go grab.
Okay.
Sorry. This one is one of my favorites. It's like a star tip as well. I really like star tips. It's a 74.
Is that a big size or a small size?
It is small.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I like this one as well. It's kind of hard to pipe because the tip of it is just so small, so it's hard to get icing through. But this is a Wilton 29.
I like the 29. I have one of those.
And then whenever I first started doing cake decorating, cupcake decorating, I really just like to do the basic circle, and I really like to just do swirls. I always thought that those looked really fancy. I don't really know why.
Made the Russian buttercream frosting that's sweetened condensed milk and butter.
I have not. No, I don't even think I've ever heard of that. So it's just milk and...
Yeah, it's just a can of sweetened condensed milk and 2 sticks of butter.
Huh. I feel like that'd be really liquidy.
That's what I thought, and we have some condensed milk, and I thought about trying it, but I also didn't feel like making a giant mess, so make it.
Yeah, no, I've never even heard of that. I feel like that would taste good, though. It'd be creamy.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite, flavored frostings to do is, cream cheese frosting.
I like cream cheese frosting.
Most of the time you have cream cheese frosting on red velvet cupcakes, but I really don't like red velvet. But I love putting cream cheese frosting on, banana nut muffins or, blueberry muffins. I think it's really good. We also do this, cherry frosting, which just is almond extract instead of vanilla. Most of the time I would just put vanilla extract in frosting, but whenever we do projects like 4-H or 4-H cupcakes, we never put butter or any kind of extracts in it. Especially if you have colored extracts, if you're trying to do white icing, it makes the white more yellow.
Oh.
So it makes it bad. So yeah, that's definitely a tip. Don't use extracts with butter whenever you're doing projects. Normally we just use milk and confectioner sugar.
Do you ever make the ones that look like baskets?
I actually tried to do that once, and it was horrible. It did not look well. But the good thing, I tried to do it on my project last year for cake decorating. I did an Eiffel Tower. It was a 3 or 4 layered cake, but another tip, we never use for cake decorating, at least, we never use actual cake. We just use those styrofoam things. But anyways, yeah, I tried to do that on one of the layers last year. It did not go very well, so we just ended up scraping it off and doing something else.
Well, this is already not working out great.
What are you trying to do?
I tried to do a basket. It's not good.
It takes a lot of patience to do it because you have to do so many different layers, and it just if it's not straight, it just looks really bad. But it's really hard to make it completely straight.
Oh, this is really bad.
I mean, if you do it right, it looks really cool, but it's kind of hard to get it there.
Look at this terrible basket.
That's not that bad.
Oh, it's pretty ugly.
another thing, like whenever doing projects, I didn't do it this time because obviously I'm just gonna eat these afterwards. But it's good to like not fill your cupcake thing.
Yeah.
The cupcake, I forget what this is called. Like filled with batter because it's easier to ice if you have some like extra room for the icing. So you want to make sure that like the cake doesn't go over the, why can I not think of the word for this?
I don't remember what they're called either.
The paper cup things, these things. But yeah, you want to make sure that the batter doesn't like fully go over it because then it's harder for like to ice and it's easier for the icing to like melt off.
I'm trying to make a flower. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, flowers, like, oh my goodness, I have icing all over me. Flowers are difficult because you have to like do the motion like all together. So like if you mess up, you can't stop, and if you stop, it looks bad. So it's kind of difficult.
All right, this one looks all right.
That's pretty. That looks good. I like how you put the yellow in the middle too.
Probably can't make another one, but I can try.
Or are you trying to do an ombre thing?
I'm trying, but there wasn't a lot of every color left, so we'll see.
That looks good.
Where's the blue? I think if I had to do cupcakes for fair, I'd do them all like that because very minimal effort. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. I got icing like all over me. That's one thing too. Whenever I like do like my cupcakes and cake for fair, by like the end of it, I have icing like all over me. Like it's like caked on cakes. It's bad.
There is icing all over the kitchen.
Yeah, that happens too. Because like especially like whenever I'm doing like a cake or something like that, like I get so into it, and like if I mess up, like I just take my finger and wipe it off and then just like flick it wherever just to get rid of it. And like it sometimes ends up on the floor, sometimes it's on the table, sometimes it's on me. Yeah,
These
that
might be
was
the coolest ones.
I
I don't know if I have enough to finish this one or not.
That looks neat. It's very colorful.
Frosting everywhere. All right, Addie. Well, thank you for walking me through how to decorate cupcakes.
No problem. I think you did a really good job.
Thank you.